Man, welcome to another episode of Quarantine Conversations. Got a special guy here tonight. He was able to take out some time and join us from his schedule. Daddy duties. He got a little break from his daddy duties today. None other than, 2010 national champion, ACC Player of the Year. Man, big time guy. First round draft pick to Portland. He really needs no introduction, but the current director of basketball operations for Duke basketball. My God, the people's champ is what they call him, Nolan Smith, man. Welcome.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, it's all good, man. I thank you for taking the time out, man.
Yes,
Chop
sir.
it up with me for a second. Like I was telling you, man, before we got on, we're hearing a lot about, the hope, the optimism of the NBA coming back.
Yep.
And that's big, and we're hoping that we can get that back because everyone is missing sports, not just basketball, but we're missing sports in general. But the NBA and being the sport that really be going on right now. But we haven't heard too much about the college basketball side of things since the NCAA shut down March Madness in the conference tournament and has canceled classes and all that, man. So I want to talk to you about just what's going on. What are your days like right now?
Yeah, nah, man. It's a lot of uncertainty right now going on with college sports, college football and basketball. Obviously, the two money makers in college sports is football and basketball. And right now, man, it's really a whole lot of meetings and trying to figure stuff out and between conferences and then the whole NCAA, because obviously, the safety of college student athletes is going to be a priority. But really, first and foremost, it's going to be the college students. Like, our school's going to open back up. And if schools don't open back up, there's no sports. And
Right.
that's what we're falling to right now. I mean, we've already heard that summer school 1 and 2 are likely to be canceled for us. And we don't know we won't get to touch our guys basketball wise and workouts and strength coach Will. I mean, you know that grind.
My God, man. That's Coach Will, my God, man.
Yes, sir. So like, we'll most likely miss that. But are we gonna start school on time? Is this virus, this beast, gonna go away in time for us to start on August 23rd, and have students move on to campus? We don't know, but we're preparing for if we do. And then if we don't, there's right now it's really just a lot of speculation of college football to start. I mean, they start in August, and if we don't have summer schools, when are they going to start? Because that's already done. That's when football teams are practicing. I mean, they
Yes.
start mid-August. So I
Spring
mean,
training, yeah.
yeah, it's so much uncertainty, man. We're trying to prepare to be ready for whatever happens, talk to our guys, and stay on top of them, man.
So you mentioned, man, that the incoming freshmen that's wiped out basically. Not that they not coming, but their whole normal transition to come in early in the summertime. It's not going to happen this year.
No.
How has that been trying to communicate with those guys and just kind of prepping them and getting them ready for who knows what?
Yeah, no, it's been a lot of Zoom meetings, just like this one with the whole team. We've done that a couple times, and we'll do more as we go forward. Especially once we get to summer school, and we can really, because there will be online classes that they
Okay.
can take, so then we can really do more with them once that happens. Because the incoming freshmen will be actually enrolled students. Um, just be a lot of Coach Will. We can send them stuff, band work, hope that they're doing the conditioning and encourage them. But from a basketball standpoint, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot on us as coaches to try and figure out how are we going to get their minds ready for when they get to school and make sure they're knowledgeable of what we want to get accomplished. Because whether it starts quick or whether it gets pushed back to start, either way, we're still working with a way smaller time frame to really get our guys ready for the season.
Right, right. So, man, okay, so considering that this time school would normally still be going on, school hasn't, for us the calendar period, school would still be going on. School wouldn't have ended. The seniors wouldn't have graduated yet.
Yeah.
Uh, Being that we're talking about basketball and preparation and transition, how different is it not being able to the time that you normally would have working with the guys who declare for the draft. So
Yeah.
this year, Trey and Cassius, are leaving early to go do that. But when is the last time you seen those guys?
Yeah, nah, we sent them home a week after the ACC tournament was canceled. We brought them back to campus, let them pack up, and then they were gone like quick. Had to get them home to their families so they can be safe. So we haven't seen those guys in about 2 months now,
Oof.
since we've all been home. And like you said, this would be a time where we were getting those guys ready. Cassius, Trey, Vernon, they would be finishing up school, but then we'd be kind of working them out. Myself, Sewell, Nate, all of us, at different times. John, getting these guys ready for their pre-draft workouts. Coach Will really gets them ready for the combine testing and all that stuff. So, we're missing a the national championship game would have been, which was a cool thing just to see those guys and talk to them and just say like, look, this is where we hoped our journey ended, but it did. Okay.
All right, so yeah, man, you was saying that typically this is time where you guys would still be hands on with the guys who entered the draft early.
Yep.
We're talking about Trey, Cassius, and Vernon, and you haven't
Yeah.
had that opportunity this year. So what has been the alternate besides those guys going home to their respective cities and being around their families? Are
Yeah.
you guys are you also doing like Zoom conversations with these guys, just kind of helping them, or you kind of like left it all up to them to kind of like they have their agents now, and they're kind of big boys, so they're doing what they have to do as a pro.
Yeah. No, I think it started earlier than they would have liked, and we basically they've all signed with agents now, so now it's on to the like we're taking calls from NBA scouts and people like that are starting to reach out. Coach is obviously doing his part to help these guys out as he always does, but that's really it. They're out and they're pros now, so we're here for them. We wish it didn't end the way it ended. We always like working with them and getting them ready. Coach will get them ready for the combine testing. It's a time that we definitely, enjoy, as we work with these guys for the last month or so before they get out of there. But yeah, man, it's a crazy ending.
Yeah, man, it was, especially considering just like I said, across the board for college sports and college basketball in general. Like you guys didn't even get to start the conference tournament, right? So we know,
It was
being
crazy.
former players for the same coach for the same team, we know how that goes for us. Like
Mhm.
that's another little mini season for us that we prep for that to go win a championship and build
Mhm.
momentum going into the NCAA tournament. Uh,
Yep. Yep.
but man, how has this affected upcoming recruiting, right? So you're not able to get out on the road, and not necessarily you, but the guys, John and Nate, those guys not able to get out and recruit and see guys and kind of touch guys and have their imprint on getting the next group of guys to commit to Duke.
Yep.
How difficult has that been?
It's been tough. It's been tough. Just having to utilize our skills with computers and technology skills,
Yeah,
man. Trying to figure out Zoom and StreamYard and all the different stuff everybody's doing, and just trying to communicate with these guys as much as we can. And we've done Zoom meetings with a couple guys already, and that's really gonna be the only thing. But you can only do that but so many times before it's just like, all right,
yeah,
I done sat on Zoom with you already. Like, I don't want to see y'all again. You know how kids are. I mean, shoot, we understand. Like, we don't want to sit on Zoom with them 2 or 3 times either. But
yeah,
it's just trying to stay in contact with making sure they're good. That's one thing that we're all very worried about is just the mental health of all these athletes that because of this virus is having the game taken away from them right now. Like for any basketball player, I mean, we know like that it sucks
yeah.
right now to not be able to play the game that we love. For me now, not to be able to just walk in the gym and shoot a ball and be around the game that I love. Like,
Right. Yeah, it's like I said, on all fronts, man. It's tough, and I can only imagine these kids, man. Like I said, we talking about 17, 18, 19. We talking about they're young men, but we talking about kids, and going down to the high school and even the lower levels,
Mm-hmm.
just having this taken away from you. You have kids who didn't get to compete for state championship. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot has been the virus has taken a lot away from a lot of and a lot more important things. But on a basketball sports side, it's taken away a lot of opportunities for young men and women to to pursue their dreams and goals, man. And it's been, like you said, it's been tough for everybody.
Absolutely. So man, that's really what we've been doing, just trying to check on our recruits while still recruiting, but just make sure everybody's good. I mean, families, there's so many people getting furloughed and let off and just everything, man. So we just want, as a staff, that's our first goal, just make sure everybody's good. Like
Right.
basketball aside, just make sure everybody's good. Check on everybody, our kids, our recruits, and that's really what's keeping us busy. But we're not gonna be able to go out to. They already canceled the first two sessions of EYBL and all the other circuits. So we're just kind of waiting. They set a deadline for, I think, May to say when, if the other terms be canceled, but 9 times out of 10 they will be, and then hopefully.
I was gonna ask you about that, man. So yeah, like the AAU season has been started, early April, and you, like you said, you already canceled two big time tournaments already,
Mm-hmm.
and you're saying most likely the whole AAU season is most likely a wrap.
Yep. Yep.
Wow.
We'll see. I mean, they could try to do something in late August or early September, possibly. I think they're definitely, working on some different things like that, because if they don't, then we don't get to see 2021, 22 at all.
Right. I mean, but for you, I mean, and that from a coach's recruiting standpoint, it sucks. But also us being as players, it's some players who like they needed this summer, right? They was on the cusp of having breaking out, or maybe a team like you guys like just needing to see them play against that elite competition and how they perform to really make a decision on whether this is a guy we need to keep our eyes on, or So like I said, a lot of these kids, man, are missing out on valuable opportunities
Yeah.
because of the circumstances.
Yep. Absolutely, man. It's definitely rough, and we feel for them not to be able to go out there for your last summer of AAU and earn that scholarship. Like
Wow, yeah.
that's tough, man.
That's yes, man. That's tough, man. Especially like you said, for guys who this is their last summer and not necessarily a highly recruited guy, but like I said, needed a tournament or two to prove that he's capable
Yeah.
of being a good player and and catching the eye of some coach
Hey, look,
just to get that scholarship.
if I was not where I'm at, I'd go ahead and open up a prep school right now, because there's gonna be a lot of kids looking to go to prep school.
A
There's
lot of
not enough schools.
yeah, it's
Open it
gonna
up
be.
right now.
Hey, that's a hell of an idea, bro. That's a hell of an idea, because you're right, man. It's gonna be a lot of kids needing that fifth year.
5th year, yep.
Gonna be a lot of kids needing that. So what's the latest on that at the college level? The eligibility thing. What's the latest with the NCAA on that? Are they granting, or is it just the spring sports that hadn't started? So
Yep.
baseball and
Spring
those.
sports. Yep. Spring sports only. Yep. They'll get that year back. But basketball, football, no. Football's already done, but
Yeah, but
basketball,
basketball.
no.
Wow.
Nope. Nope.
All right, so man, before I let you go, uh, just your thoughts about this new NBA G League,
Yeah.
the pathway thing, man. What are your thoughts about it, and how you think it's going to affect college basketball?
Man, first off, I think it's awesome. I think it's dope for the young men that have the opportunity to go get paid.
Right.
I'm always gonna be a fan of that. If they feel like they're ready for that, and the NBA, obviously they've set up an amazing system for these guys. Like possibly can make up to 500,000 with different appearances and different incentives in the contract. Like that's awesome. That's how it should be. Now, to me, now it's like NCAA, your move. Like what you gonna do? And they're working on some stuff. I mean, it's out there that they're working on right now. The likeness and image, name,
Mm-hmm.
likeness and image, clause deal. that will hopefully let college athletes
Get paid off
get,
their likeness and yeah.
get paid off their likeness and name. And that could be from promoting parties. It could be from their Instagram accounts, like a wide range of things that
Yeah.
they can do. So that's an amazing step for college basketball. Now, will it compete with that with like the top three guys, in recruits wise, top five? Maybe, maybe not. If that guy, I mean, if it's Zion Williamson probably makes more than 500,000 if he comes to Duke and he's able to use his name and likeness.
True.
Like, so those decisions need to be made. Like, and I think with those two things, I think it's great. And NCAA, I think since I've been back in this business, I have seen them make strides to really help the college athlete, which is, come a long way since you and I were both in school.
Man.
Like,
Yeah, us having this conversation about that just shows that we've come a long way from what it once was, and this wasn't even an option. This was been cut off right at the. You wouldn't even be able to get out the few words about naming, like pay, and college players wouldn't even came.
No.
Yeah, exactly. They just shut you down before you came in the door with that.
Quick. So I mean, they're thinking about it. They're thinking of ways, and they from what I'm hearing, like it's a go. Like it's gonna happen. Like it's not even like a maybe. We need more votes. Like it's getting ready to happen. So I mean, that's a big step for college basketball. So I think for us, you'll just see more competing, and we're gonna recruit the guys the same way we recruit them, and just hope that maybe we get like a heads up, like, hey, coach, I'm probably gonna go to the G League, so don't even waste your time. Like, cool. Like then we'll look for the next guy behind, instead of that guy. Like, just gotta be prepared for that for guys to take that option.
Man, I'm with you. I think it's a great setup. I think it's a great deal to give the kids the opportunity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially like you said, the top kids, your top 10 caliber kids, get to give them that option, because some kids are gonna actually turn it down.
Oh yeah.
You feel like some kids gonna say, man, I feel like I'm a better myself, and I feel like I'm good enough, and I wanna experience the college experience. I'm gonna go do this 1 year. I'm gonna do my thing, and then the NBA be there for me next year. And then you have some kids who are gonna be like, man, I'm in. Where can I sign up? Because college is not for everybody. And some kids understand that early, and and they've just been waiting for this opportunity to have a different, other than trying to go overseas. So I think it's I think it's great that the NBA is putting this in place, man. To why not keep the young guys here and groom them and keep your eyes on them, and raise them up to teach them what they need to know about the business of the game. You know what I'm saying? Because basketball is going to take care of itself for the most part when guys can really play.
Yep.
But to raise them up and teach them, financial literacy, have the money management courses, and like you said, they still have the deals where they can do the college courses and all. I think I think that it's a dope opportunity. Yeah, it's a dope opportunity.
Absolutely, man. Nah, for real. What you said, just having that opportunity to choose is, I mean, it's just a blessing to these guys. Like, if you feel like you're good enough, and one thing I say, I just hope that these players have the right guidance in their lives.
Right, for sure.
That's very important, and they have to make the right decision. Like, because obviously that G League ain't no joke now.
No, there's some guys that
them guys, and granted, like from what I'm reading, I don't think the kids won't play like a full season. I heard it's more like workouts, play a couple showcase games, and that's good because them guys down there are hungry.
But also, I mean, I'm glad you said, because I was unsure, kind of like everybody, man, what they not gonna play? I'm like, man, from what I thought, okay, it's like a regular G League deal, but the whole is more structured for the younger guys, to get the grooming they need. I think they should. I mean, if they're capable of playing, and which, like you said, a lot, you played overseas, so it's some young guys who start overseas, 14, 15 years old, and it's the same process. They're on the big time, they're on the big level team, but mostly they're just practicing, getting better, learning their way. And then 2 years from now, you hear about these, and they become NBA prospects or some of the best guys in Europe that that people are talking about. So I think this G League NBA thing is very similar to that, and it's going to be beneficial
Very.
for
Yep.
guys who go in there and go in there with the attitude like, all right, man, I'm trying to get better.
Yep. I
I'm trying
mean,
to get better.
we all know the NBA is the best business, and they study all the leagues. So it's no question about it that they went and studied the Euro League. What are they doing? Because they're grooming some very good talent over there. Like, what are they doing? Well, what they're doing is they're grabbing over there. It's gonna be easy because they grabbing them kids, like you said, at 14,
12, yeah,
15, like younger.
young.
Like you practice with the main squad. Like you're with the big team. Like like yeah, that's what they're doing. Like obviously, our guys have to at least graduate high school before they do that. Um, you're not about to have no 14-year-old down the G League, but
Nah,
that's definitely the blueprint that they're taking as far as just all right, practice, groom, watch film with these coaches, practice against these older G League guys. They're hungry. Some of them have been in the NBA, some not. Some are right there to getting in.
yeah.
They're obviously an extreme talent. Like go here and we're going to develop you for this year. So then, boom, we draft you. Now the process really starts. But that's a full year of the best training. You know, it's gonna be a great year for those guys that go there.
I'm gonna leave you with this before we go. The kid Imani Bates,
Mm-hmm.
right? He was awarded Gatorade Player of the Year as a sophomore.
Yep.
Do you think he has the possibility of testing this new situation out? Because I mean, in my opinion, like, what else does he have to prove for high school as a sophomore? You've already said he's better than 2 classes above him.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, from a financial, like knowing where you're trying to go to standpoint, why not why not why not say, hey man, can I get in on this deal?
Mm-hmm.
Similar to what LaMelo Ball did, right?
Mm-hmm.
But instead
Mm-hmm.
of going across the world, I can go right here to one of these cities not too far from where I grew up, get groomed for 2 years, get
Mm-hmm.
paid while doing it, and then boom, my name is in the draft, possibly being, you know, a top 5 pick.
And you spot on. Absolutely. Why not?
Why not?
Why
Like,
not? Because he cold now. Trust me, he cold.
he like that.
I seen KD. Me and KD grew up together.
Yeah.
Comparisons is real.
And that's what I say, skill wise, and I've never seen him up close. But
Yeah.
just from watching him highlights and some of the stuff I've seen over the summer, skill wise, he's very KD-ish,
Mm-hmm.
and intensity, passion wise, I see some KG in there.
Mm-hmm. And that's different. That's different. So absolutely, man. His family should definitely look at that. I mean, that'd be big time because there's no question about it. He ain't coming to college.
Nah.
He ain't coming to college.
Nah, he ain't gonna make it, man. He ain't
So
gonna make it.
no, and he shouldn't. He shouldn't.
But man, I appreciate you taking time out your day, man, and your evening and chopping it up with me. Like I said, man, I just wanted to get your viewpoint of what's going on in the college realm of things from from a coach's perspective, and
Yep.
dealing with all that you guys have to deal with trying to go forward, and doing stuff on the cuff now, just trying to improvise and still be the best as you can be,
Yep. Yep.
with the time and the limited stuff you can do, man. So
Yeah, man. We making it work just like the whole world is right now. Just trying to make it work.
yeah,
Trying to make it work.
I hear you. Well, go, man. Go ahead and get you some rest, man. Stay safe.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Thanks for having me.
For sure, man. Thanks.
All
Appreciate
right.
it, Nola.
Yes, sir.